What's good, my wrestling fan base? It's your boy YCFL, aka Marcel, with YCFL Wrestling Takes. Yes, I gotta start doing wrestling videos on regular because AEW NXT will be getting my views, unlike Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, which I'm completely finished with. I ain't never watching that crap. I'm gonna know about it because I follow too many wrestling folks, so they easily tell me exactly what's going on. So it's not like I'm not gonna know what's going on, though. It's just I just choose not to because I'm tired of the main roster. I'm tired of Vince McMahon's old white behind. Yeah, I said it. The dude is a white supremacist, and he don't care nothing about black folk. I said it. I don't care. Y'all can eat me up. Y'all can say, call me all kind of names. I don't care. Dude is a straight up white supremacist, and that's just how it is. So anyway, Dynamite, AEW, 2 weeks in a row, they have done it. Now, I know a lot of fans is talking about what the ratings dropped from week one because it was the premiere and all of this. But let me tell you something. I've been watching wrestling 20-some plus years. About, I think, 22 years at best. And I remember when I was young, when Raw and SmackDown was good, I couldn't miss. I had to tune in every week, Monday night, Thursday night, when it was on Thursday night. But with the way WWE is going now, I don't even care nothing about it. I'm still paying attention to NXT. Don't get me wrong, because every Wednesday I'll be watching NXT. Every Wednesday I'll be watching AEW. But AEW has took me back to my childhood where I'm actually being invested, and they have given me the desire to continue to watch every week where I can't miss. I can't miss Dynamite. Dynamite is that good. Now, there are a lot of things that Dynamite needs to clean up. One, they need to get good. They need to start presenting their wrestlers and give them promos, because a lot of the cats, I really don't know who they are. Saying certain matches just pop up. I'm like, well, who are these cats? I got to know. And like I said, that's just the small things. I'm not going to knock them that because, like I said, they're a rookie production and they just getting into the fence. What other issues do I have with AEW? I think it's got a lot, like, a lot of people, I was watching, if I say his name, y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking. I'm calling him the face of the wrestling community. He made a great point. I ain't gonna mention his name, but you know exactly who I'm talking about. He mentioned a great point. He said it's kind of hard to actually hear the wrestlers' theme music because the crowd was kind of overpowered. He said he don't know if that's how I came across on the TV. And at first I really wasn't paying attention to that, but when I went back to rewatch it, I said, yeah, okay, yeah, he got an excellent point on that situation. Overall, I'm very pleased with what they're doing. They keeping me invested. I want to keep coming back. I want to keep watching. I want to keep staying tuned. Tune in each and every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock on TNT. They're doing great. I didn't review episode 1. I think personally for me, reviewing episodes, I think what I'm gonna have to start doing is I'm gonna have to start taking notes doing as I watch these shows, so then I can give you a clean cut review of each match, each promo, what storylines are being thought of, and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have to do the same thing with NXT because I gotta be fair. You know what I mean? But overall, I'm very well pleased. I can't wait to next week's episode. What they do, I'm ready. Now everybody who, like I said, complaining about the ratings. Week 1 they did 1.4 million. This week they did it just above $1 million. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, the excuse that baseball is on right now. Well, you know what, man? That's a whole lot of crap that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? I think AEW needs to continue to present themselves as the better wrestling product that's on right now. Each and every week, they must continue to keep getting better. If they do that, I feel like more people are going to tune in. You know what I'm saying? I know for me, regardless if people tuning in or not, I know I'm watching. That's my thing. I know I'm going to be tuning in every single week. I'm very pleased. I'm very happy that they are doing this. And I'm going to be watching. Now, as for the black wrestlers, I like the fact that the Young Bucks put over the Private Party. To me, that was a great match. That was the opener for this episode, week 2. those two groups, they did an outstanding job. It was I really like what I saw, man. Like I said, I do not know the names of the cats. Like I said, forgive me for that, but I just know they call themselves Private Party, and they went against Matt and Nick Young of the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks did everything they could to get these cats over, and they did an outstanding job. That is a testament to them. Like I said, the match was great. I was 2 weeks in a row. We got 2 great openers. See, now here's the thing about Dynamite. This is what I want. I want consistency. I don't just want them to give me a good opener, and then if they have about a total of 6 or 7 matches that I think at least 6 matches. If 6 matches get put on the show, I want each and every match to be great. Now I know all of them not going to be great, but I need each and every one of them to be really good, where you can say, okay, this is good. And then, like I said, let me know who these characters are that you're presenting to me. You know what I mean? I got to know who some of these cats are, because this is a brand new wrestling promotion. And I know who Chris Jericho is. I know who Britt Baker is. I know who Kenny Omega is. I know who Cody Rhodes. I know who John Moxley is. But I'm not familiar with the Jimmy Havoc's and the Darby Allins of the world. I've seen them wrestle before, but I'm not familiar with them. I'm not familiar with the Best Friends. I've seen Orange Cassidy before. I'm not familiar with him. Besides Rio, the women's AEW Women's Champion, the Britt Baker, I really don't know. And let's see, Nyla Rose. What's her name? Oh my goodness, I can't be bigger. The one that's running around with Brandy right now, running around. Also called. I know who they are, but I don't know who everybody else is. So this is what I'm talking about. Now I know people gonna say, well, don't they have like a YouTube show? Listen, some people don't watch. Like me, I really don't. It's funny. I'm subscribed to the YouTube channel, but I don't really watch the YouTube channel. So if people like me who don't really look at the YouTube channel, y'all gonna have to start letting everybody come out, do like Chris Jericho. Now I'm gonna continue on with Chris Jericho. Him and this crew, they call themselves Inner Circle. He gave us who this crew is. They call themselves Inner Circle. He introduced every member of the group. He introduced LAX. He introduced Sammy, the other cat, and he introduced his new name. It's not Jack Swagger anymore. His name is Jake Hager. And he basically put over every member in the group. And I love the promo. I love the shoot they did against WWE. When the fans was talking about we the people, he shut that mess down immediately. And hey, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, after that promo, we got our next match. And let's see, the next match, I think it was Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc and Darby Allin. It was the number 1 contenders match to face Chris Jericho next week. Their match was pretty good. It was all right. I was watching, but I really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I kept looking up. Like I said, I want them to get me to care. You got to get me to care. You know what I mean? Get me to care about what you're trying to present to me. Darby Allin won. He's gonna be going against Chris Jericho. Now we already know he ain't beating Chris Jericho next week. We already know that. So. Okay, next match was the women's. I think it was the women's. I think it was the tag team match. I don't know who the girls was that Rio and Britt Baker went against. I have no clue they were, but obviously they got some history because they went against each other on one of the other pay-per-views that came out. I think it was the Fire Fest or whatever it is. Well, Rio and Britt Baker, they won. And after the match, things got heated, and apparently Britt has a concussion and she also has a black eye. So this is serious business. But here's the deal. This is the goof part. I was thinking that Britt was gonna turn on Rio because pretty soon, she gonna want a shot at the championship. Well, check this out. Next week, she has the opportunity to go against her best friend, which is Rio, for the championship, which is just out the woodwork. How the heck did that happen? How the heck did you just up and jump and get a title shot? That didn't even make no sense. They need to, I'm pretty sure as we get close to Full Gear, they're going to build up to the rivalry that's going to start between them. But it's kind of crazy how after Woodwork, they win that tag team match, and now she gets to go against her next week for the women's, championship, which is really bizarre, but we shall see. I'm going to be watching, so, next match. I believe it was formerly known as Perfect 10, Shawn Spears versus, oh my goodness. See, this is why I got to take notes, folks. Bear with me. John Moxley. And Pac was out there on commentary talking with JR, Tony Schiavone, and the dude with the mask. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, I don't know everybody's name. I'm still trying to get Excalibur, I think that's his name. Like I said, I'm trying to get used to, all these different names, all these cats and everything. Like I said, I'm definitely going to start taking notes since I'm doing reviews on these shows and everything. The match was good. Could have been better. You know what I'm saying? John Moxley won the match, but right after the match, Kenny Omega came out, and he came out with a barbed wire, broom, which is funny. Never seen a barbed wire broom before. And so then Pac is still he mad. He talking about, man, I should be. How the heck Jimmy Havoc and Darby Allin get a #1 contenders match for the championship when I done beat everybody up in the show already? I should be going up for the World Heavyweight Championship, which at due time. I'm liking how they doing it with him. Due time, he's going to get his shot, but just not right now. So he's just going off. And next thing you know, he said, I ain't finna let them have their moment. He ran up behind Kenny Omega and whacked him in the back of the head with a chair, laid him out. So then John Moxley walks up to him with the barbed wire bat. So I'm thinking, we finna get some blood or something. He about to beat the brakes off of him. But it didn't happen. He walked up to him, acting like he was going to hit him, and then he tossed it out the door. Let's see what other match took place tonight. Cause I know it was some more. It was like I said, I gotta really start taking some notes. The main event: Adam Hangman Page, Dustin, no longer Goldust. It's Dustin Rhodes versus Chris Jericho and Sammy. Great match, great main event. Telling the story about what's going on. It's basically like the rematch of everybody going against one another from All Out or All In. They took the L again as usual, but as they took the L, Chris Jericho and company, Jack Swagger and them. My bad, not Jack. Jake Hager. Now, this is the goofy part. Now the referee knew Jake Hager was all up in the ring. And he saw it, but he gonna act like he didn't see it. Bro, you see the man in the ring. Why didn't you call the match? That was real stupid. That was real dumb. I didn't like that part about that. I'm like, bro, you see the man up in there. Like, why? I ain't see nothing. That's why the referees always play dumb. No matter what wrestling promotion it is, referees always be playing stupid. Every time you turn around, they playing stupid. So, match over, but then they started beating the brakes off of everybody. So, Hangman Page and Dustin Rhodes getting jumped and getting beat up. Next thing you know, the lights go off. Cody Rhodes and them come out, and then MJF come out. Basically everybody that's with them. And then the Young Bucks, they came out too. Trying to say that they trying to help out and everything. But then Chris Jericho and company, they got Cody Rhodes all hanged up, and MJF is slowly but steadily. The heel turn is coming. They was like, hey man, whack your friend. And he was, acting like he was gonna do it, but then he started beating the brakes off of Chris Jericho. Now, see, I'm telling you, pay close to detail. That's what I like. Because at Full Gear, all of us are gonna be feeling some kind of way. I'm telling you. At the main event Full Gear, which is gonna be Chris Jericho versus Cody Rhodes for the World Heavyweight Championship, we all are gonna be feeling some kind of way once that match is done. I'm telling you now. So then they all started getting jumped, and then Chris Jericho and them walking out, acting like they finna do something. Who comes out? Darby Allin on the skateboard, which is pretty cool. Came out on the skateboard, started beating the brakes off of him. Chris Jericho and them got up out there. They called him an SOB. Talk about, I'll see you next week and all this crazy stuff and all that. Great time. Like I said, they did great. They got to work on other cats getting promos, introducing us to these new cats that you got so we can get invested more. Make sure that we can hear everybody's theme music and everything. Overall, great show.